Young Jables really struggled with confidence. He can't talk to women, he isn't respected by most people, and he feels so behind in life. One day, after scrolling through a Chad Facebook group called Men's Self-Improvement, he met a dating coach named Dean. Dean noticed a few things about young Jables that were holding him back. Here is what he had to say. The first thing that Dean noticed was that young Jables had a lot of bad habits. He was watching a lot of adult content, eating junk food, and playing way too much video games.
So your brain is basically jacked up on short-term dopamine release because you're eating junk food, you're watching films, you're watching adult content, and that's releasing dopamine on a short-term basis. So what happens is you get high temporarily and then you go back down to a low point. So you're getting these fluctuations in your well-being and your confidence, and that's making you feel like there's something wrong. What you need to do is you need to install some routines and rituals in your life that are going to create long-term gratification, where you don't rely on short-term dopamine release to feel good, because otherwise what's going to happen is you're going to go up and down like a yo-yo. That's the risk people run when they don't have healthy habits and routines in their life, because they go up, they go down like a yo-yo. They're chasing short-term dopamine, gratification, validation from other people, and when they come back down and it's not sustainable, they don't feel good for long enough, they go to the doctor and say they're depressed. So let's look at these healthy habits and routines. Look at your diet. You are what you eat. If you're not eating healthy foods, lots of fruits and vegetables, you're going to feel like crap. You're going to feel tired, you're going to feel drained. The self-esteem that you can actually get from eating a healthy diet and solid nutrition is crazy. Are you exercising? Are you releasing those natural endorphins in the body? People recommend exercise for a reason, and that is because exercise makes you feel good. You feel physically healthy, you're going to fend off ailments and illnesses, and you're going to know in your mind that you're training, you're working out, which is going to build your confidence. Do you meditate? Meditation is key, man. If you're not meditating, then all you are is a constant stream of thoughts without interruption. And a lot of the time, because we have an internal critic, the thoughts that do occur unconsciously are negative. So when you meditate, you create a gap in the stream of thoughts, and you give yourself a break from this negative thinking. So look at your healthy habits and routines. Question, what are you doing day to day to build that long-term gratification and that solid opinion of yourself? Because that's only going to help you when it comes to going out and meeting people, especially attracting women.
Jables didn't have many friends, and the ones he did have, he'd never make any effort. He'd always keep to himself and avoid any social interaction.
Yeah, man, you're in a negative spiral where, because you don't feel great about yourself and your mood is up and down, you're demotivated to go out there and meet people. So you're waiting for motivation as the prerequisite to take action. It's actually the other way around. And what people think is, before they can go out there and meet people and build friendships and attract women, they need to feel good about themselves first. They need to feel ready to take action. It doesn't work like that. Confidence doesn't come to you by magic. Confidence comes to you from getting out there, taking action, and living a more purposeful life. So just because you feel demotivated right now, it doesn't mean that you should continue to lay there until the positive energy comes. You have to go out there, you have to take action and get reference points and experiences that you are worthy, that you can achieve things, that you can build friendships and attract women into your life. The problem is that by staying in all the time, you're running the risk of having cabin fever and developing a social anxiety. Because if you don't go out there and start to build your social confidence, you can start to develop an identity that you're socially awkward, that you've got social anxiety, and then that identity will find evidence and proof by the fact that you're staying in. And when you do go out, because you're not practicing your social skills, you do feel awkward. So it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where you lose confidence and you reaffirm reasons as to why you're not confident socially. So you have to get out there, you have to break the cycle. This is about becoming someone new, becoming someone more socially confident. It's a use it or lose it process. It's like a muscle, you've got to flex it to keep it strong. So if you're not going out, all that's going to happen is you're going to keep developing a negative opinion about yourself and your social capabilities.
Jables rarely had anything good to say. He'd complain about the smallest things, and he'd feel like people are constantly against him.
So if I'm going to be honest with you, you've developed a victim identity and you're living a paradigm where you expect bad things from the world because you're in such a state of non-action. You need to get out there. You need to start going out and meeting people and breaking the cycle of this dopamine addiction and this negative opinion about the external world. Because when you do, what you'll find is you'll challenge your belief, because you'll see people can actually be friendly. People will actually warm to you. The whole time that you're staying in your house, repeating these negative unconscious thought patterns over and over, never breaking the cycle, never taking action to do anything good or healthy for yourself, you're going to solidify a negative attitude and you're going to become a victim and blame the world for why you don't have things. So you need to get out there. You need to create a different experience that challenges your belief about what you currently think the external world is, and get the evidence and the positivity and the confidence that comes with doing that. If you don't, your life will not change. 10 years time, 20 years time, you want a woman, you want a partner, you want to be successful, you want to build a business. Nothing changes until you start to take action. You need to get out of the house and challenge that negative victim identity that you've you've currently got.
So young Jables took a good look at himself and realised that things had to change. He made a note of the things that Dean told him and he started to work on himself. But the one area that he still struggled with was having a negative outlook on life. He fixed that by clicking the video on screen right now.